In various forms of media, as well as in reality, women often find themselves cast in the role of vulnerable individuals needing rescue by a male figure. Consider characters like Bella from the Twilight Saga, Snow White from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, who needed the prince for salvation. Anne in King Kong, who is initially shown as a struggling actress in need of work. Her vulnerability is highlighted as she becomes the captive of King Kong, the giant ape. Anne's character is a classic representation of a woman in distress, dependent on male characters for her rescue. Belle from Beauty and the Beast, known for her love of reading and her independence. However, her character is still situated within the context of being a princess who ultimately falls in love with the beast, which can perpetuate traditional gender roles, even though she displays intelligence and a strong will. Fiona from Shrek, who starts as a traditional princess in distress but subverts these stereotypes as the series progresses. She is strong, capable, and even has a few action scenes. However, her transformation into an ogre complicates her character, as she is seen as more relatable and real in her ogre form. Lastly, MJ from Spider-Man. Such portrayals are plentiful, while strong, self-reliant female figures are few. When we do encounter them, they are frequently depicted as cold or having ulterior motives. This perpetuates the stereotype that women are delicate, overly emotional, and not as competent. Instead, they are mainly showcased in romantic scenarios to emphasize male prowess and accentuate their manliness. This dichotomy reinforces sentiments like babae lang or its Bisaya counterpart, babae raw. A pleasant day. For today's topic, we will delve into A Woman's Place in a Man's Life Cycle by Carol Gilligan. Woman's Place in a Man's Life Cycle bravely takes on the task of challenging the predominant developmental theories that often ignored or marginalize the perspective of women. She argues that traditional theories have long ignored or marginalized the unique experiences and perspective of women. Gilligan's work challenges the status quo and paves the way for a more inclusive understanding of human development that considers both men and women's experiences. Gilligan's pioneering work confronts the notion that traditional theories mainly focused on men, thus overlooking the unique experiences and challenges that women face throughout their lives. In the first chapter of Carol Gilligan's book, we find ourselves delving into the heart of her groundbreaking work. We share Gilligan's sentiment as she confronts the developmental theories that have, for too long, disregarded the unique perspective of women. It is as if we are standing by her side, challenging the notion that women's experiences and contributions have been overlooked, and demanding a deeper understanding of their place in the life cycle. These chapters becomes a catalyst for us to reconsider and reshape our understanding of human development from a more inclusive standpoint.
The Cherry Orchard. The Cherry Orchard, Anton Chekhov's timeless play, offers us a glimpse into the early 20th century world and the character of Ranevskaya. Ranevskaya represents the archetype of a woman grappling with societal expectations and the consequences of dependence on male figures. The character of Ranevskaya embodies the challenges women face in a societal undergoing profound changes. So this play underscores how literature has often reflected and reinforced gender stereotypes. Renevskaya's characters mirrors the vulnerability and need for rescue that women are frequently subjected to in classic literature. We see through Gilligan's eyes the intricacies of women's roles and decisions in a society undergoing profound changes. So we find ourselves pondering the character of Ranevskaya, just as Gilligan did, and we come to appreciate the complex dynamics surrounding her struggles. It's a journey that leads us to comprehend the challenges women face when they must navigate their responsibilities against the backdrop of societal transformation. Observational bias in classics. The pervasive observational bias in classic literature is a pressing issue that contributes to the enduring stereotype of women as emotionally fragile and dependent. This bias not only distorts our perception of women but also influences how society treats and values them. Observational bias in classic literature and art has perpetuated the notion that women's perspectives are often sidelined or overlooked. Classic works often lack female voices or relegate them to secondary roles. So, recognizing and addressing this bias is essential for achieving gender equality. We must strive to represent women accurately in literature and media, allowing them to break free from their traditional roles and expectations.
Gender discrimination. Gender discrimination remains a pervasive problem in today's society. It transcends classic literature and media, seeping into various aspects of life. The unequal opportunities, pay gaps, and societal prejudices that women face are persistent reminders that we still have work to do. Gilligan's exploration of gender discrimination delves into the various ways women have been disadvantaged and marginalized throughout history. Her work encourages us to consider the distinct moral perspectives and values of women. By recognizing these differences, we can challenge gender discrimination and move toward a more equitable society. Freud's psychosexual developmental theory. Sigmund Freud's psychosexual developmental theory has had a significant impact on psychology, yet, it predominantly focuses on male development while neglecting the female perspective. This omission perpetuates the idea that women's experiences are secondary or unimportant. Gilligan's critical examination of this theory reveals its limitations, especially in its understanding of female development. Her work prompts us to reconsider how traditional theories may not adequately encompass the unique experiences of women. Gilligan's critic invites us to re-evaluate Freud's theory and the gender biases within the field of psychology. A more comprehensive understanding of human development requires acknowledging and addressing these disparities.
Nancy Chodorow. Nancy Chodorow's research on gender and object relations complements Gilligan's work. Chodorow underscores the roles of mothers in child development and how this affects gender identity. Chodorow emphasizes the psychological significance of gender roles within the family. She contends that early interactions within the family, particularly between mothers and their children, play a crucial role in shaping an individual's gender identity. Chodorow's work highlights how the primary caregiver, often the mother, influences a child's understanding of gender. Nancy Chodorow's contributions to psychoanalysis provide a crucial perspective on the development of gender identity. So her insights, integrated into Gilligan's research, help us understand the intricate interplay between motherhood, women's roles, and formation of self-identity. By emphasizing the significance of maternal care in child development, Chodorow challenges traditional gender roles. This understanding is essential in breaking free from stereotypes and fostering more inclusive society. George Herbert Mead and John Piaget. George Herbert Mead and John Piaget have made invaluable contributions to the developmental psychology. However, their theories often overlook the unique experiences and perspectives of women. The work of prominent psychologists George Herbert Mead and John Piaget has traditionally overshadowed the experiences of women in the field of psychology. Gilligan's analysis brings to light the need to consider how their theories may not fully encapsulate the experiences and development of women. Gilligan's perspectives encourages us to reconsider how Mead and Piaget's theories manifest in the lives of both men and women. Recognizing these distinctions is crucial for promoting equal opportunities and personal growth for all.
Jeanette Lever. Jeanette Lever's research on children's play and gender roles is a crucial point of reflection. Her work highlights how early socialization shapes children's perceptions of gender and their future roles in society. Lever's findings emphasize the importance of recognizing the differences in communication and socialization between boys and girls. Through Gilligan's lens, we gain a deeper understanding of how these differences impact children's development, shaping the perceptions of gender and self identity. Lever's insights urge us to pay closer attention to the messages we convey to children and to encourage more balanced and equitable play and learning experiences. This is instrumental in reshaping our societal norms. Children's Play Conclusion. Gilligan's exploration of children's play concludes with a profound understanding that play is not merely a recreational activity, but a fundamental part of children's development. Recognizing the role of play in shaping children's perceptions of gender, relationships, and self identity is essential. Gilligan's research urged us to consider the implications of play in the early stages of life. In conclusion, the role of children's play in shaping gender roles and expectations is of paramount importance. It is through play that children learn about societal norms and expectations related to their gender. Gilligan's work reminds us that we must rethink the way we engage with children and the values we instill in them during their formative years. By providing children with more diverse and balanced play experiences, we can help them grow into adults who challenge traditional gender stereotypes and encourage
Eric
gender
Erikson.
equality.
Erik Erikson's theory of psychosocial development outlines 8 stages of human development, each marked by a specific psychosocial conflicts or crisis. These stages span from infancy to old age and focus on the challenges individuals face at different points in their lives. Here's an overview of Erikson's stages of psychosocial development. 1. Trust versus mistrust. Infancy to 0 to 1 year old. Key question: can I trust the world? In this stage, infants develop a sense of trust when their basic needs such as food, comfort, and affection are consistently met. If needs are not met, mistrust may develop. 2. Autonomy versus shame and doubt. Early childhood, 1 to 3 years old. Key question: is it okay to be me? Toddlers begin to explore their independence. Encouragement of self sufficiency leads to autonomy, while overprotectiveness can result in shame and doubt. 3. Initiative versus guilt. Preschool, 3 to 6 years old. Key question: is it okay for me to do, move, and act? Children start taking initiative in play and learning. When their efforts are encouraged, they develop a sense of purpose. If they are criticized or restricted too much, guilt may arise. 4. Industry versus inferiority. School age, 6 to 11 years old. Key question: can I make it in the world of people and things? During this stage, children focus on mastering skills and knowledge. Success leads to a sense of competence, while failure can result in feelings of inferiority. 5. Identity versus role confusion. Adolescents, 12 to 18 years old. Key question: who am I and where am I going? 5. Identity versus role confusion. Adolescents, 12 to 18 years old. Key question: who am I and where am I going? Adolescents explore their identities, including values, beliefs, and career choices. Successfully resolving this stage leads to a strong sense of identity, while confusion can result in role uncertainty. 6. Intimacy versus isolation. Young adulthood, 19 to 40 years. 6. Intimacy versus isolation. Young adulthood, 19 to 40 years old. Key question: can I love and be loved? Young adults focus on forming intimate relationships. Developing deep connections with others leads to intimacy, while a lack of success can result in social isolation. 7. Generativity versus stagnation. Middle adulthood, 40 to 65 years old. Key question: can I make my life count? Adults in this stage seek to contribute to the well-being of the next generation, often through work, family, and community involvement. Success leads to a sense of generativity, while stagnation results from feeling unproductive. 8. Integrity versus despair. Late adulthood, 65 plus years old. Key question: is it okay to have been me? In late adulthood, individuals reflect on their lives. Those who feel a sense of fulfillment and wisdom experience integrity, while those with regrets and unmet goals may experience despair. Erickson's theory emphasizes the lifelong nature of development and the importance of successfully navigating each stage to achieve a well-rounded and fulfilling life. Each stage resolution impacts an individual's overall personality and well-being, shaping their interactions and relationships with others. However, like many other developmental theories, it often falls short in adequately addressing the experiences of women. Erik Erikson's stages of psychosocial development are widely acknowledged, but Gilligan challenges the gender-neutral approach by highlighting how women's experiences and challenges differ from those of men. Gilligan's perspective encourages us to delve deeper into how Erikson's stages might manifest differently in the lives of women. This examination is crucial in ensuring that our understanding of human development is not biased and encompasses the experiences of both men and women.
David McClelland. David McClelland's research on achievement motivation reveals that women's achievement often differ from men's due to societal expectations and available opportunities. David McClelland's work on achievement motivation is central to Gilligan's examination of competitive achievement. She unveils the impact of societal expectation on women's pursuit of success and the paradoxical challenges they face in a competitive world. McClelland's theories help us appreciate the complex interplay between gender and achievement. Gilligan's insight compel us to reconsider the criteria we use to measure success and achievement. By recognizing the distinct paths that men and women take to achieve their goals, we can create a more inclusive society that values diverse accomplishments. Competitive achievement. The association of competitive achievement with masculine traits has long discouraged women from pursuing success in traditionally male dominated fields. So, this perception limits women's opportunities and reinforces gender stereotypes. Competitive achievement is a realm where women's experiences have often been overshadowed. So Gilligan's work invites us to reconsider how societal structures and norms affect women's inspiration and achievements. Gilligan's works calls for a revaluation of the qualities and characteristics that society values in competitive settings. By embracing diverse approaches to achievement and success, we can empower women to break free from traditional gender roles and achieve their full potential.
Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf's feminist literature, especially A Room of One's Own, which explores the concept of women's economic and creative independence. She argues that for women to produce great works of literature, they need both financial independence and a physical space for their own to write without distraction. It challenges the constraints placed on women's creativity and independence. Wolf's work underscores the importance of providing women with a space, resources, and opportunities to express themselves fully. By exploring Wolf's work through Gilligan's lens, we gain a deeper understanding of the challenges women have encountered in their pursuit of self expression and autonomy. Wolf's writings serve as a reminder that women's voices and perspectives should be acknowledged and celebrated. By granting women the autonomy to pursue their ambitions, we enable them to contribute to society in diverse and meaningful ways.
Moral development paradox. Gilligan's exploration of the moral development paradox highlights the distinct moral perspectives that men and women often bring to ethical dilemmas. This paradox emphasizes the need for diverse moral perspectives in our society. It challenges the notion that one gender's moral perspectives is superior to the other. Recognizing these differences allows us to create a more balanced and just ethical framework, one that values justice and compassion in equal measure. Morality of rights, men. The morality of rights, as traditionally understood, primarily reflects men's perspectives. Gilligan's work encourages us to reevaluate how we perceive morality and consider the importance of an ethic of care that values relationships and empathy alongside individual rights. This perspective challenges us to adopt a more inclusive approach to ethics and moral development. As we explore the morality of rights, traditionally shaped by men's perspectives, we join Gilligan's in reevaluating our approach to morality. We understand the importance of an ethic of care that values relationship and empathy alongside individual rights. These perspectives fosters a collective commitment to a more inclusive approach to ethics and moral development, where the voices of both men and women are equally heard and valued. Together with Gilligan, we take a step closer to a more equitable and just society.
Gilligan's work calls for a more inclusive approach to morality, one that incorporates care and relationships as essential components of moral decision making. By doing so, we can foster a society that values both justice and compassion and recognizes that different moral perspectives enrich our collective ethical understanding. These concepts and connections highlight the significance of Carol Gilligan's work and its relevance to reshaping our understanding of gender roles, human development, and moral perspectives. And these ideas can influence and improve our society, fostering a more inclusive and equitable future. And that ends our discussion. Thank you so much for listening, and let us instill in our minds that women are power.